You've made it clear that science plays a primary role in philosophy, and I was curious to know what role, if any, does philosophy play in science?
Well, I think it helps to look at the question in a little more historical depth. If you had asked Hume, are you a scientist or a philosopher, he couldn't answer because there was no distinction. If you'd asked Kant, are you a philosopher or a scientist, he couldn't have answered. In fact, until the latter part of the around the middle of the 19th century, there was no really clear distinction between science and philosophy. I mean, if you study science in Oxford and Cambridge, it's the Department of Natural Philosophy or Moral Philosophy, because philosophy was just, science was just one part of philosophy. It weren't distinct. By the latter part of the 19th century, they sort of became separated. And after that, it's really a matter of choice. Disciplines don't exist. I mean, we construct them. So, I mean, deans have to have ways of organizing departments because it's too much trouble to have everybody do everything. But there's no boundary to what's in chemistry, and there's no boundary to what's in philosophy. It just depends what philosophers want. People call themselves, who come out of this tradition, want to study. And a lot of what they want to study is questions in the foundations of science, or say the kind of things that Bas van Fraassen is trying to clear up using the results of science. These are all fine questions, and people tend to call them philosophy. You could call them, parts of them at least, you could call thoughtful science, or reflective moral theory, or you call them anything you want. But there's a range of questions which have come to be in the domain of philosophy, and they can extend all over the place. I mean, there are people in philosophy departments who are working on the foundation of quantum theory and making contributions to it.